makeup looks really good today, but what is that? Do you ever feel like you just have to like load before you start talking? Anyway, this is Simply Halie Cheri, and I am Simply Halie Cheri. Welcome or welcome back, but we are talking about scheduling today. If you can't tell by the title, that's what we're talking about today. I wanted to make this video for a couple of reasons. I think one of the main reasons that I wanted to do this video is because I would have liked to see something like this as well. I feel like I've seen people, but maybe not everyone does it the same way I do it. But I also feel like the way that I do it works for me, and maybe it'll work for you. So I guess that's the second reason, is that maybe there's somebody out there who is more visual like I am and needs to write things down in order to be able to stay on task and stay, what is it called? Consistent. So anyway, let's get into that. I got my papers. I got a lot of papers. So yeah, let's get into that. So I guess I'll just talk and then I'll just show you clips along the way. But what I do is, so I sit down, usually on a Saturday or a Sunday, whatever day that I have enough energy to dedicate to this, honestly. And the first thing I do is I write down just brainstorms of any idea that I ever had for a YouTube video, any idea that I had for a painting that I wanted to do, any idea that I had for, some kind of random content that I wanted to do. That's what I do. I write it all down on a piece of paper and make sure all of that's together. I write down as many ideas as I can. I look on YouTube and I look up different videos about artists. I look up what other artists have done, because I think that it is okay to look at other people's content and be like, oh my gosh, I want to do a video just like that. Because you doing it is different than them doing it. You're doing it in your own way. That's what I'm telling myself. I do try to change it just a little bit because, I want to be different. I still want to be different. Even if I'm doing a similar idea, I still want it to be like my own version, I write down the ideas for everything. And one other thing that I'm starting to try to do now is I want to do Pinterest. I want to start getting into Pinterest. So I wrote down some Pinterest ideas, or really I just looking at a video on how to grow on Pinterest. And I just wrote down like what you need to do and how to do it. I think I should be showing this while I talk. Otherwise I'll forget where I'm going. So let's do that. So these are my ideas that I have for painting ideas, just random things that I've written down. I usually do rough plans of the week that I would like to paint, or ideas that I can think of. These are some more painting ideas, and then I start to cross out the ones. We'll get into this, but these are just ideas that I have written down. This is the Pinterest, where I just was taking notes on a YouTube video about how to grow on Pinterest, and we'll see how that goes. Some more ideas, some things that I need to pay attention to, and then this will be the last thing that we get into. This is just the beginning. These are all of the schedules that I have made in the past, and I think my idea brainstorms are somewhere else. Yeah, I think they're on my fridge. So basically, I do this brainstorm, I come up with my ideas, and then, where are you? And then I write a schedule like this. Tuesday, whatever day I'm starting on, because sometimes I don't start at the beginning of the week, but I write down the painting, if I filmed it, if I posted it, and then usually I write down, oh, let me show a better one. So this is the one I wanted to show you mostly, because this is what I mainly did to grow on TikTok. Is I posted 3 times a day, so that's what each of these bullet points is for. I put down the times that were in my analytics, and then I would film a YouTube video once a week, if not twice a week, if I could do something, I loved being ahead of schedules. So something that I did to get ahead of schedule was I always gave myself at least 3 days of just busting out content, TikTok after TikTok after TikTok, and just getting them put in folders on my phone. So that way, when the time came for me to post 3 times a day, I already had something filmed. So I didn't feel a rush to have to film every day, because it does get draining, and I still film every day. So it's kind of like, what did I do that for? But I always tried to stay ahead just in case there was a day that I wanted to relax, which came often, and that's okay, because you definitely need to take breaks, because this is intense. But anyway, like I was saying, what I mainly did was I came up with my ideas and then I wrote down, Monday through Sunday, everything that I wanted to post that day on each day specifically. And I also put the times. I put down whether I filmed it or not, because like I said, some of the things I filmed beforehand. And I also, I used to, which on my older schedules, where are they? There they go. On someone in the beginning, I would post, this is one of my first schedules, and I had whether or not I edited on here. And yeah, I went from doing squares like this to list forms like this, basically. And I don't know why, but seeing it physically really helps me. Because if I was just to, like, let's say, put it on my phone or have it like on notes or reminders, I wouldn't get anything done. But the fact that I've written it down already, the ideas that I want to do and the schedule, it helps me stay consistent. And I give myself the little check boxes that you guys saw. Excuse me. I give myself the little check boxes that help me. I check it off. I'm like, okay, I did do that. And I just go find the little folder that I made on my phone and I go to TikTok and I edit it, or I can transfer everything in that folder to my laptop to edit for YouTube. And it's helped me stay on top of myself, keep myself accountable, and it does help me also relax. It doesn't let me get too amped up. However, I will say that, consistency is always a problem. It's always hard. It's always something that I have to work on consistently, which it doesn't make sense. But it's just like, I have to be consistent on staying consistent, because if I take like a day to relax, which is fine, and I definitely think people should do that, taking a day to relax can sometimes lead to me taking another day to relax and another day to relax, just because I know in my mind that I already have that content filmed. So it's just like, I feel like I do it to myself sometimes, like I already filmed that, so I can take a nap, or I can just relax today, or I don't need to, film anything today because I have content already filmed. But you need to get on yourself to just get up and get filming and get editing so that you can just stay on top of it and stick to your list and just keep going. Okay, so here we go. So basically, to write your schedule, what you need is your list of ideas. You need your previous week's schedule. If you don't have this, then you don't need this. But this is what I do to continue doing my schedule. And then you need to start your new paper. I just use printer paper because it's abundant around here in my house. Content schedule is what I write. I number it. I date the first day of Monday so I know what's going on, when to post it. And I just get started. So basically on this week, I want to see the last thing I did. Usually I start with a setup and I finish with a cleanup. That's something I just continuously do. But let's do Monday, because I just want to make sure I'm not repeating anything from this week. So what I also do, the main purpose of this is to look through this. If I've crossed it off, that means I've already written it down somewhere, or I've already filmed it. And if it's not crossed off, then it's fair game for me to write that week. And I pretty much just I don't want to do too much. I want to have a good balance of painting videos and non-painting videos so I don't run myself into the ground. Anyway, let's write some schedules. So I'm almost done. I just have to write one more thing down and then I'll be done and we can wrap up this video. Okay. I am done. Okay, so I am done. So I have now written my schedule for the last week of Vlogmas for TikTok. And I usually write down YouTube ideas in the top right corner, which I am writing down right now, which I just remembered I needed to do. But yeah, I usually write down ideas in the top corner. just so I have an idea of, I have 2 videos that I might want to film that week. Yeah, that's basically what I do. I brainstorm, I write it down, I write down whether I make check boxes of whether I've filmed it, when I've posted it, and then after I've written everything down, I go on TikTok to look on the analytics of the times I need to write down. So I write the times in the little bubbles, like right up here, of when I need to post and make sure that I post by that time. The last thing that I do is I have a fridge in my room. So I put these schedules on the fridge, magnetized, as if it's a class project that my parents need to put on their fridge to remember that I needed to do. So after it's on the fridge, I just go over there and I look at what I need to do for the day. Actually, where's my notebook? My sticky notes. And then I write down on a sticky note. I know it's really small. But I write down a couple of days, I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I write down like 3 to 4 days worth of what's on here on this little note, so I can make sure I don't have to like keep going back and crouching down to my fridge to make sure that I got the things that I needed to do. And I just write them down and I cross them off, the same thing, put a little checklist. And when I'm done, this is so I know what to film. And when I'm done with this, I then go over to the list and I cross off, like I check off I filmed. And that's it. I hope this was helpful. I didn't really see any videos like this where it's more of a, what is it? It's visual and it's feelable. I don't think that's the right word. It's I can touch it kind of schedule. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to do today. That's what I wanted to show you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really needed to get this out there because I felt like it was necessary if anybody else is like me and likes to do things paper ways instead of electronically. And I almost forgot, but I want to say one more thing is that just because it's on the schedule doesn't mean that I'd necessarily do it. Like some days I'll just be a little bit more tired and I'm just not having enough energy to do that. So I'll tweak the schedule whichever way that my energy requires me to do so, because I am not running myself into the ground, because I want to do this for the long term. So I got to space it out, give myself some grace. So give yourself some grace, and you don't have to always stick to what you write down, okay? Get it? But anyway, that is all that I have for this video. I hope that you guys can use what I've taught you, I guess, to help you with what you want to do. I hope you can stay consistent. I am still on this journey of being consistent, because while I'm doing TikTok and YouTube, I'm also posting on Instagram every day right now. So yeah, it's a lot to do, but it is doable is what I'm finding out. And I hope that you can do what you want to do and accomplish your dreams. But yeah, that is all that I have for this one. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this one. This one's a little bit more informational than any other video that I've done besides showing you how to paint clouds. But even in that one, I still didn't like teach you anything. But yeah, so that's it. And I will see you in the next one, hopefully. Just, do whatever you want. Subscribe, comment, like, whatever it may be. It does help me. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. And I'm done.